Are you feeling stressed out about not having a job? Well, you're not alone in this. This topic is really personal to me. I feel like unemployment is really stigmatized and people believe that you're just lazy, unmotivated, and just don't want to work. So today I thought I would make a video on what I learned while surviving unemployment, how I manage my time and resources, and my thoughts on the overall job hunting process and managing stress. Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, A Piggy. So let's get started. I have worked in the tourism industry for well over 5 years now, and I have been unemployed since last June due to COVID, and I've been struggling to find other jobs ever since. Now, I have found and applied for some casual work here and there, but that was overall unpleasant and has since dried up. And honestly, if the borders were open, I would say stuff this and I would be traveling right now. So the first thing I believe everyone should do is to maintain your financials, which could mean looking into your relevant unemployment benefits or any redundancy programs that your job might offer. I really hope my job gives me this, but at the moment it doesn't look like that. You also need to look into your savings, and I hope you have an emergency fund. I mean, me personally, I have never been good at earning money, but I've always been a good saver. And long story short, you have to start budgeting. You need to define and manage your expenses, and there might be some penny pinching here and there. So what to do next really depends on your dependents, as in the people who rely on you to support them, either financially or otherwise. For me personally, I have really supportive parents that I am thankful for. I mean, I always try to support the household expenses. And again, look into some government programs that can assist you. I'm on Centrelink. I'm on the job seeker allowance. So at the moment, they pay me $350 a week, and I just have to do a few job searches every week or fortnight or so. Now, moving on to one of my favorite parts of the video is the positives of being unemployed, in that now you have an abundance of time. So with this newfound freedom, you are now able to do whatever you want. Well, almost. I started heavily investing into my own health and fitness levels because that is one of the best investments that you can make. Now, I still think that is quite possible to do, even though you don't have access to a gym, because walking is free. However, I do recommend you look at investing into a home gym if possible and you have enough space. I have also taken this time to learn new skills in cooking and baking, as also to learn more about investing so I can better prepare myself for the future. I've also been looking into some free online courses through TAFE, which is like a community college in Australia. And with this newfound freedom, I feel like I am able to focus more on my family and friends. More importantly, I am not going to neglect my hobbies. I love video games, but I do enjoy them in moderation. Now, this question is going to come up a lot, is when people ask, what are you doing now? And I usually like to respond with, I'm finding my next project. Moving on to my thoughts on job hunting. I've always hated job hunting, and I will always hate job hunting. Now, just the thought of job hunting again, I think the whole process is a lot more complicated than it should be. I feel like there's a lot of jumping through hoops for no reward. I believe it is quite impossible to find your passion these days. I read somewhere that only 2% of people love their job. I mean, who loves customer service? I've actually been thinking about asking people, if you didn't need the money, would you actually be working here? I believe the modern job application process is a waste of time. Who needs a 90-question personality test? And interviews really stress me out a lot. I feel like virtual interviews should have been the norm from the very beginning. So I've been applying for other positions outside of my field, such as the supermarkets, and I've gotten rejected already. I feel like in today's society, you are really being judged by your career or lack thereof. So the ways that I'm improving on this is I'm looking into other alternatives, such as building up my passive income or alternative income streams, because anyone can lose their job again at any time. And I'm looking into other platforms such as YouTube. Okay, moving on to the final topic of relationships. Now, when you're unemployed, some people might walk out on you, as I believe there is a huge stigma with unemployment, especially if you're a guy. But looking at it from the other side, I believe having an unemployed partner sucks. And let's face it, you can't put unemployed in your dating profile. So in conclusion, guys, make the most out of your situation, as this is a rare opportunity. Now, in other videos, I like to talk more about the job application process and how stupid some interview questions are, and maybe my thoughts on retiring early. That's it for today's video. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, A Piggy. I like to make YouTube videos about finance, investing, employment, and slice of life. So if you like what you hear, please consider subscribing. Bye for now.